whatever it is, let it go. That thing you're holding on to, that thing that you're grasping at straws for, whatever it is you're using your Cancer claws to cling to, let it go. Y'all know how I say let go or be dragged. And this is an experience where if we don't learn how to release, this is the full power of the moon. If we don't learn how to release, our ass will be dragged. You will, whatever it is you're holding on to, you got that death grip on, the divine will take the claw because you'll regrow a new one. You can regenerate. We are the embodiment of the entire zodiacal wheel. Remember, around here, we're not trapped in the 12 anymore. We have gained a lot of mastery around the parts. And now we're breaking out of the parts and able to see the wholeness in the parts. And I'm just letting you know, release it or lose the claw. What's up? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for this full moon in Cancer that we're having. Welcome to Capricorn season, baby. Hey. And it's just like your everything is screaming for something new, screaming for what isn't in the past or what you haven't already experienced. I feel like a lot of us have gotten like a taste of something new, a taste of a new life or a new idea or something of that nature. And it's just like, we can't keep doing this, or it can't keep, something's got to give. Full moons in Cancer? Cancer rules the moon. So she is not only at home, she runs this shit. And this is like the archetype of the divine feminine mother, the archetype of the, dark feminine goddess, the archetype of grandma. Also, I just saw 1:11 on the clock. So I feel like confirmation, this is a full reset. And this is a reset of your emotions. And we're like closing out completely. Something is closing out completely. And I really feel like something is closing out completely that may have initiated last summer or started to decay last summer. Like this summer, and also maybe even last summer. So I feel like the summer 2023, something started to decay. Or summer 2022, something started or started to decay. And this, thank you. And this is the closing out or the ending of a cycle or the brand new like manifestation of this thing or materialization of this thing. So it's a circle. Something is coming full circle. Be sure to hit the like button. Please, for personal sessions, go ahead and check all the links that are in my bio. Y'all already know Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, we're clarifying every card, and I do all kinds of astrological dope shit. And, we're starting an ethical cult, essentially. So, hydrate. Ethical told you. I'm going to take care of y'all. I'm going to take care of you. Absolutely. Cancer moon. I can't help but be the mother. It oozes. It just happens. And that's what happens when the moon is in rulership. There's just this wellspring. There's this like undulation of like love and nurturance and caring and giveness and giving and sweetness. And I feel like we have access to that, but with the full moon in Cancer, you need to release something to regain your access to that, or release something to experience the fullness of this like emotional abundance or emotional prosperity that wants to come in. For free shit, check out my Instasham, 3:33 on the clock. at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. So this full moon is happening on December 26th, the day after Christmas. That's not a coincidence. Anyway, because usually Christmas brings up a whole lot of shit, and it's going to bring up a whole lot of emotional shit, and you know exactly what needs to be released. And I love that I just saw 4 and then I saw 404, because this full moon is happening at 4 degrees Cancer, and it's happening at 5:33 p.m. Mountain Time, 5:33 Mountain Time, 7:33 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:20. Light it if you got it. Hydrate. Like I said, it's happening at 4 degrees Cancer. 4s are foundation. It takes 4 posts to make a tent, 4 walls for a room. There's this firmness, this settling in when it comes to 4. And I just saw 444. I'm not doing this on purpose. I didn't choose this life. It chose me. I'm not doing this. I'm looking at the screen, yes, but like I can't help that. I keep anyway. 4s are foundation. Full moons is a period of release, releasing something so you can receive a harvest, letting go the care. Like you've done the thing, you've planted your seeds, but that's the thing about reaping. You know, if you look at it from an agricultural analogy that we're in, or the metaphor that we're in, it's a lot of work to sow, put the seeds in the ground, and then to reap, to pull it out of the ground. You have no idea, back in the day before GMO and all that shit, like you had no idea how much the earth was going to bless you with, you know, like, and there were good years, there were hard years. And it's funny that is based, that analogy, or that, what we're I think it's a metaphor, that metaphor that we're sticking with, is why Cancer is called the good mother, because in summertime, things are plentiful. Everything is in bloom. Everything is, has bloomed at this point. Everything is fruitful. And so there's like a release of the good mother, releasing of, full moon's a release, but Cancer is I feel. Cancer is home. Cancer's family. Cancer's roots. Cancer is the end of a matter. Cancer is like your parental units, your caregivers. Cancer is also real estate too. So there is something about like a release of those things, or receiving a harvest of those things. But either way, I feel like something from the past is leaving. Cancer governs the past. And so this is the full moon in Cancer, a release of past feelings. That's just to break it all the way down. And so, I gotta hit you with the handy dandy Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. I love this man. I always fall in love with authors. I don't know what the fuck he looks like. I don't care, but I just like have this, between him, Robert A. Johnson, Hafiz, I have like 5 author boyfriends in my head. All right. So Elias Lonsdale's description of the 4th degree of Cancer is weeping willows by a pond. My glasses are going to make this harder because that's not what they're for. So hold on. Weeping willows by a pond. Remembering, oh, so many things. The personal, the collective, the ancestral karmic stories everywhere. Held transfixed by the overshadowing of the stories, you seek shelter in the confines of the familiar. Layer upon layer of allegiance and sentiment, memory and realization. A certain habit of going back to the beginning, magnetized by what you feel to be your own sphere of existence. I'm going to say that again. Magnetized by what you feel to be your own sphere of existence, wishing to stay there and rest undisturbed in the rippling waves of pasts sensed and followed. You keep the home fires burning in a vigil of being fragrantly tied in with your many pasts so that there is no room for anything else. As what has always been continues in yet another variation, an enchanted life force dreaming onward. You see why I love him? Do you get it now? What I say though, the past, Cancer is the past. And it starts out with remembering, ellipsis, ... So many things. The personal, the collective, the ancestral karmic stories everywhere. This is I feel like plus Mercury is retrograde right now. So a lot of y'all got exes coming out of the woodworks. There's all this like flashback energy. Mercury retrograde in Capricorn still. He's getting ready to go into Sagittarius on, I want to say tomorrow. Yeah, on the 23rd, Mercury retrogrades back into Sagittarius. So there's all this like stuff coming up from the past. And I feel like the trick is not to get caught in that Cancerian glamour, because can't nobody glamorize the past like a Cancer. And we have, right in this full moon, we have access. We're in the Capricorn Cancer axis, and we have access to this energy. And so make sure that you're not in a place of glamorizing some shit that wasn't really what it was. You can pay your respects. You can lay some shit to rest. You can converse. You can talk. You can say the things that need to be said. You can, you can do whatever you need to do. But just don't get caught in the glamour magic of Cancerian glamour magic. Cancerian bullshit glamour magic is what I was trying to say. But there's a lot of remembering. I feel like there's nostalgia coming up. There's just like things coming up, and you're experiencing things. There's these ancestral and karmic stories everywhere, held transfixed by the overshadowing of the stories. You seek shelter in the confines of the familiar. That's the part that I want to highlight. You seek shelter in the confines of the familiar. And that's what I feel like the divine is trying to uproot out of our asses. We are not here to be comfortable. You are here to figure out who the fuck you are, understand what a spirit is, because you're a spirit before a human, and figure out what your particular brand of service is so you can contribute to the collective, and we can like make magic and all have happy lives that feel purposeful and fulfilled. And I just heard somebody be like, well, who would feel like their purpose is to clean toilets or to, what if it was your responsibility to clean the toilet you used? What if it was your responsibility to wipe the fucking sink down whenever you used a public restroom, so there wouldn't need to be somebody who had to do that? How about if we took responsibility for our shit? But I also feel like, yes, there are people who fucking love cleaning. I personally keep those motherfuckers around because I love them. I know multiple people, I have multiple close friends who love cleaning and love just like making everything sparkly, and they're usually earth signs. I'm not going to say specifically who, but anyway. All right, so let's get into it. Hydrate, like I said, light it if you got it. We create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this full moon in Cancer 2023, happening on December 26th, 2023 at 4 degrees Cancer. And usually I write down a couple of questions. If you preguntas. And my first one is, what emotions do we need to acknowledge? Relax, breathe. Actually, go on ahead, like empty your lungs. Let's do it. Empty your lungs. Just exhale everything out through your mouth. And when you're ready, inhale through your nose and hold it at the top. Hold, hold, and exhale through your mouth. If you need to do it again, do it again. Ooh, what? Oh, shit! Right for the jugular. Right for the jugular. A lot of us have this thing in our minds that we are abandonable, or we're a burden, or we're too much, or I'm always stuck with stupid. I always have to take care of people. I always, a lot of, I don't even like saying it, but there's this, like, I feel like you're catching my drift. There's something about, like, you have emotions or, you know, self-limiting beliefs tied to or wrapped up in abandonment wounds, or being different, or being othered, or feeling left out in the cold, being the black sheep, being on the other side, being on the outside of help, feeling like you get the short end of the stick, or whatever it is. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Four of Cups, or, you know, when's it gonna be my turn? I always miss the boat. You know, last time I did this, being so stuck in the past that we don't see what's really being offered. So what we need to acknowledge, okay, also, some of you need to acknowledge that you hate the job that you're doing, or that you don't like your work. Some of you need to acknowledge that you've been giving out too many free rides. The free ride's up. You've been playing nice guy. And they do often finish last because niceness is not necessary. Polite? You being polite, you having manners? Yes, but this nicety, fake bullshit, absolutely not. Those guys do finish last. Because that's not authentic. That's some weird social construct that doesn't happen in the animal kingdom. With the Five of Pentacles coming up, I feel like also you're needing to acknowledge that maybe you're not as connected to the work that you're doing anymore, or that there also could be a need to acknowledge this conflict with this person with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. But I do feel like a lot of us this is about being left, or you feeling like being afraid of being dead weight. You want to be the best, or you want to, there's like this optimization thing that like constantly kicks in, or this guardedness, or this Captain Save-A-Ho shit that, you know, may need to be explored. And that's very prevalent on the Cancer Capricorn axis. I always say it, Cancers, Capricorns, and Virgos have this Captain Save-A-Ho shit about them that like can get them into some trouble, where Aries has like a hero complex. And I can only say it and because I see it in you, because I get it. Like, they're like synonyms. Not really, but almost. They're close to being synonymous. So I feel like there's also, it's time to acknowledge how you're feeling about any kind of financial conflict or energetic conflict. If there's conflictual energy inside of your physical body, it's time to acknowledge that, because that stuff needs to be acknowledged so it can be released. So what needs to be released? What emotions need to be released specifically? Let's start there. What emotions or what feelings are we needing to release? Some of you are struggling with like insecurity or jealousy. And I feel like that's just an invitation for you to start investing in having a doper life. What emotions need to be released? Six of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Emperor. What emotions need to be released? I feel like there's, this kind of imbalanced power dynamic thing. Some of us have, I mean, temperance is about recovering from an upsetting situation. So some of us have been upset about something. You've been upset about something with someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, or Scorpio placements. And it's time to let this shit go. If you've been holding a grudge, I feel like the grudge, you ain't been holding the grudge been holding you. And maybe even a Libra too. Some of you have been like there's something like emotional or like some kind of release in regards to like those placements: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, or Scorpio. Those specific signs I feel like are really the ones who are getting hit hard in the feels. Because this is all happening for your emotional betterment and for your emotional mastery and maturity. And once you get more masterful in your emotions and your self-worth, then there will be way more mastery in your career and in like your fiscal spending and whatnot. What emotions do we need to release? Some of us, there's like, it's not fair. It's not, you know, they always get this. There could be like jealousy or envy going on. I need to turn this light down. Like this, it's like blinding. But I really don't want to get up. I'm comfortable. Cancer, shit. So there could be emotions about like fairness, about justice, emotions about balance or imbalances that are, you know, prevalent in the life right now. I feel like some of us have been in a position where we have accepted breadcrumbs of what we actually deserve. And it's time to really release the grudge. I feel like we've earned our stripes. You have earned your stripes. It's time to really allow yourself to create or dream up a more balanced power dynamic. I feel like the tables turned in a certain way, and you need to release the way that you feel about how the tables turned or how the tables are turning. You or someone around you, you may need to say that, yes, the tables have turned, and like, yo, it is what it is. Like, this is the bed that we made and we have to lay in it, or, you know, that kind of vibe. Also, some of you may have been recovering or may be recovering from dealing with or being married to or in a relationship with somebody that has very narcissistic tendencies. Anytime I see the temperance card, I just can't help but see the fucking daffodil, and the Latin name for daffodil is Narcissus. And there's something there. So maybe you have been dealing with an extreme taker. Ooh, that lighting is just way more romantic. See, look how much better that is. What was I saying? So I feel like you're in the midst of a journey. Like, you're really trying to get to your new crown. You're really trying to get to this place where you've earned this new awareness, this new adoration. I feel like you guys are on a spiritual journey. You guys are like pursuing something very specific, and something upsetting happened along the way, and you are needing a fucking break so that you can really process and release and clean out your cups, like clean out the emotions. 22:22 on the clock, I just saw it. Like that, it's time to start moving towards emotional mastery. Why do we do this thing where we just like listen to all these readings, and we're lost in tarot land, and we're lost in esoteric knowledge, and we're just absorbing like information binging, and then there's only like one or two things that you actually take the time to integrate and have that integration influence your behaviors. And that's what I feel like is coming up. Also, some of us, there's still some shit about your dad, or there's still some stuff about your father, or or what it is to be a man, or what masculinity truly is. I feel like there's emotions to release around authority, discipline. Some of you really hate your boss. Some of you really dislike somebody that you work for, or the company that you work for, or the entity that you work for, and you're being lazy about creating the fucking situation that you want to be in. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. I can't help it. Mars is in Sagittarius, and then moving into Capricorn, going to be exalted. The readings are going to be fucking spicy for the rest of the year. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to be spicy for the rest of the year because we want progress. That's what we're doing. Sorry, Aries, here, the Emperor. I have a whole sleeve of them. Like, what are we doing? And I'm saying this to myself because it's just like, it's not you I'm yelling at. It's always me. I'm looking at myself. So yes, I'm yelling at myself. With the Emperor coming out, I feel like there is stuff about like, I don't know, I just heard solo sports. This could be a coach or a mentor or something that's coming into your life, but I also feel like there's this like issue with discipline or structure or taking advice or taking constructive criticism, but also a beautiful example of what authority really is, or what power really is, or what, you know, true masculine energy really is. I feel like some of us specifically, there was some kind of unfair situation with a boss, with somebody in authority, with a father figure or a caregiver, with an Aries, Scorpio, you know, or those signs. There may have just been something unfair, and I just feel like you're recovering from it, and you're asking, and the divine's asking you to release it. So let's be more specific too. What do we need to release? Because I feel like that was specific information, but I was asking emotions. Is there stuff on the physical plane as well that we're needing to release? What are we needing to release for our greatest and highest good? Please reveal to us what we're needing to release. God, I love shuffling. It just makes me so happy. It's like my happy place. Like when my arms start to burn. Ooh, what needs to be released? Okay. 2 8s, the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords, with the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Goodness gracious, and the Sun. And the Empress. Damn! The truth is being revealed. So don't worry about that. The truth is being revealed. What card is this? Where did this come from? Were there 3 8s? All of a sudden, the 8 of Swords is out too. I don't know if I knocked that out over the deck, but okay, it's out. So, okay, what needs to be released is what you're lying about. The thing, like you're pussyfooting around something, keeping yourself looping in a cycle. There's this old, outdated cycle in the realm of the mind. There's this old narrative that you're telling yourself about love, about life, about this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, what you're telling about like what you're allowed to have or what you're allowed to experience, or how much movement you can have, how much space you're able to take up. I feel like there is this release of an old mental cycle. And because that mental cycle is being released, it's initiating you really getting out of your comfort zone. Some of you may be moving. There may be a lot of traveling, but there's like leaving of something that has been long established, leaving of something that I feel like was joyful and, you know, brought joy and, you know, but it also is like, there are dreams to pursue and you need to move forward, and either it's like, we're doing this or not, you know? With the eight of Cups coming out, I feel like it's time to get in motion and turn your back on whatever bullshit that's keeping you from pursuing your dreams. And so there could be something here about releasing yourself from this narrative that you don't have time to figure out what your dreams are, that you don't have the resources or the opportunities to do that thing or start that business or leave that relationship or start that new relationship or propose or, you know, have the baby or have the, you know, have the new business, whatever it is. You've been keeping yourself blinded, telling yourself that you're stuck. When you ain't stuck, the divine, you're not stuck in what's for you. Can't motherfucking miss you, baby. I promise that. The Ace the Ace of Cups is like, hey, I'm right here. Whenever you choose to cut yourself down out of this sticky situation, whenever you start to acknowledge any shame or guilt and you start to release that, when you put your weapons down, when you take the blindfold off and choose to see all the emotions, all the intuition, all the power that's been put on the back burner, all of your superpowers, when you're ready for your power, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. So, what's being released are these things that you already know you need to turn your back on. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. We don't have to get into specifics. This is a general reading. If you want to go deep, holler at me. DM me, JustJEverything.com, book a session. But you, I feel like, already know what it is that you need to walk away from, that you need to take this leap of faith. You're being drawn towards something. And it's like, if you move, if you release, oh, something new is going to come in. There's this and something new comes in. I feel like what's new that comes in is actually this brand new cycle in the realm of the mind. 888. 8 Leo season. That's from last summer. So there could have been something that happened in August or something that happened on the 8th of a month, or just Leo season in general. It can't, but that's what I was saying. So I was like, something's coming full circle from the summer. But 888, 8 of Swords, the divine has shown you you're keeping yourself stuck. You're looping in something. You're blinding yourself. No more willful blindness. It's time to turn your back. See how they're walking away? It's time to turn your back from the stuckness and the people around you that are opting to stay stuck or stay in that kind of mindset. I feel like you are turning away, and there's some sort of uphill climb. There's some incline that is required, which means like you're going to be hustling, you're going to be growing. And I don't know why I didn't finish this analogy earlier, but when I was talking about it's effortful to reap a harvest. I did finish it. Like, I just imagine, like, yes, I have this harvest. There's these carrots underneath the ground. There's these potatoes underneath the ground. But I got to dig, and I got to, like, get this shit up out of the ground so I can get my harvest. You know what I mean? That's effortful. So I feel like there's work to be done to bring in the harvest. And that work is like, I got to clear out this fucking dirt, because underneath it is a yummy treat, a gift from the earth, you know? And something specific wants to come in. And I feel like what wants specifically come in is an influx of truth, an influx of power, a new kind of knowing about yourself, this new air of authority, a new ability to protect yourself, an understanding of protection, a really powerful conversation, these like powerful aha moments that reveal a lot of truth to you. I feel like there's powerful conversations and interactions with people with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus placements. I feel like you're starting to see people's red flags, especially if you've already dated this person. There could be people coming back from the past, ex-lovers, ex-wives, or your baby mama drama. There is a baby there. And I feel like light is being shown. You are seeing things that can't be unseen. The moon is full because it's illuminated by the light of the sun, not blocked out by it. I'm not getting into that. Didn't make sense, but like there's the lineup of the full. Anyway, I'm not going into astrology lesson right now, but the Ace of Swords is trying to say that there is an influx of truth. And then as I look down, that wasn't exactly the order, but the last card I set down is the Ace of Cups. And it's funny that my next question, or one of my questions is, if we let go, what's coming in? And I'm like, new people, new love, new tools, new relationships, new stimulating conversations, like things that like make you feel worthy or royal, or people that make you feel worthy or royal, relationships or accomplishments that really feel really, really, really worthwhile in some sort of way. So my next question is, what aren't we seeing clearly? 33 minutes in. Fine. It's going to be a long one. What aren't we seeing clearly? Please reveal the truth to us. What aren't we seeing clearly? The Knight of Pentacles reverse. I feel like the real reason why you're tired, the real reason why you may be feeling sluggish, or the real reason you're dragging your feet on something is, I feel like, what you're not seeing clearly. You're afraid to let that thing go because you're afraid that, I feel like we're in a position that we're afraid to let that thing go because we don't fully trust in the divine or source energy enough to really provide for us and to really bring us what it is that we truly deserve and want. But there's this echo chamber that happens. And that's why we've got to tend to our psycho-cybernetic settings. If you have some setting that you aren't enough, or that people like you don't receive good things like this, if you get lost a lot and this is too good to be true, that kind of stuff, there is something going on with the settings, your psycho-cybernetic settings that were established in your childhood, that the subconscious mind has to affirm. So if you have something about or something where it's like, I'm not enough, the subconscious mind is going to bring in experiences and people that affirm that. And so we've got to get a better understanding of, it's okay for you to be tired. This is a full moon. So like full moons, the moon is literally tugging on all the water in you. You're basically a walking, talking houseplant, or a walking, talking glass of water. On that note, hydrate. And also, it's like, it may not be you. I say a lot of you, but flip it. There may be like, you're not, what you aren't seeing clearly is the true reason behind why someone else is dragging their feet or not responding or being standoffish or backing off in some sort of way. I feel like and because you don't have all the information, don't let yourself come to or draw a conclusion. You don't have all the information. We've got to get comfortable, or at least more comfortable, with wading in the water, the emotional waters of uncertainty. I don't have all the pieces, so I'm uncertain. But what I'm not going to do is draw a conclusion based on inconclusive facts or fantasies even. Because if you don't have all the facts, your brain will try to do this thing where it fills in the blanks with the most like possible things. And the most possible scenarios are often based on your trauma, especially relational trauma. Don't jump to conclusions. We gotta like break out of this. So what you're not seeing clearly is like, you're not stuck. You need to slow down. I feel like what you're not seeing clearly is the new steps that are needing to be taken. I feel like there's more structure, more discipline. It's time to get for real and really serious about business, about what it is that you're trying to build or create and why you're doing it. One more for what we aren't seeing clearly, please. What we aren't seeing clearly. Thank you. And the Nine of Wands. I feel like Some of us are feeling burnt out or tired. I feel like some of us need more rest. You're needing to, you know, feed your body better foods, needing to let yourself take maybe a break from working out so much, or taking a break from being so strict on your diet or something of that nature. What we aren't seeing clearly maybe is this person with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. Somebody keeps fighting a fight, or somebody like why someone gave up, or why someone slowed down, or why someone backed off. You don't have all the facts. And so until you get all the facts, study and research and look up other shit. You have shit to do regardless. And so, okay, moving on to another question I have is, because Cancer governs home, I do want to see, how do we improve our home life? Please, a quick, short, concise message about how do we improve our home life? What steps need to be taken to improve home life? Thank you for one. 10 of Cups and the Star. Let yourself be weird. Let yourself do like what the fuck you want to do. I feel like having more like togetherness, letting people, hosting more, having more people over, going out, allowing yourself to be, you know, social, and then also doing whatever decorating or things it is that you want to do in the home. How you improve your home life, I feel like, is having family in it. Like, what is your version of a home? If you don't know, you know, if you don't have a specific definition of home, I feel like it's time to create one. And I feel like the divine is bringing in wish fulfillment, bringing in togetherness, bringing in union, bringing in maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aquarius placements, bringing in intimacy, bringing in nakedness, bringing in experiences that really, or people that really pour into you. But you got to be willing to receive. You got to get your hands out. So also that's the thing. We improve home life by allowing ourselves to be receptive. Okay, now to the good question I want to ask. If we let go of this thing, or for a lot of us, it's like things. There may be multiple things. If we let go of these things or habits, or people or relationships, what comes in next? What's coming in next? If we let it go, what comes in next? Knight of Cups was kind of on its side. So I feel like what comes in next is something that reminds you that you're fucking alive. Something that really makes you feel like you're on that quest of love, for life again. There's some kind of romantic pursuit. Damn, 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you let go of the old and there's this new love that comes in. Somebody that you really, really connect with. Someone that you have fun with. That Knight of Cups plus the 2 of Cups, that's 3 cups. So I feel like, okay, for some of you, it's like something comes in and it's the motherfucking real humdinger. It's the real thing. And then I feel like also some of you are drawing in tests, people that maybe have a lot of drama in their life, and you've got to figure out if that's something that you want to deal with or fight for. There could be, but I also feel like what comes in, this 5 of Wands isn't just drama. I feel like it's conflict, like conflictual physical energy. So there could just be like multiple things that you want to do, multiple hobbies, multiple like things pulling at your attention, multiple people trying to holler at you, trying to get at you. So I feel like you get out of this situation and there is definitely no lack of love or lack of admiration or lack of intimacy that is available. All that this is asking you to do is to take fucking care of yourself, to love yourself better, to nurture yourself more, to understand that everyone around you will every relationship that you're involved in, parent, daughter, child, son, husband, wife, teacher, mentor, every relationship will improve from you taking better care of yourself, from you being more soothing, you getting into a place where you feel soothed. You feel better and everything around you will get better. I promise. It's really not rocket science. I love you. You got this. I promise.